Hello, welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. Oh, wow, I don't even know how to share or articulate the emotion that I'm feeling today. It feels like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I think it feels a bit like contentment, maybe some joy. But as I'm thinking about this and realizing where it's coming from, I want to share just a phrase that one of my classmates shared today during a meeting that we had. So our sessions with our friends, we call them happiness accountability teams. And these are student groups. We're assigned to the student groups and we get to work with different students each semester. And it's typically about 4 people, maybe 5. And I've had such a great experience with my happiness accountability team. I'm now working with my 3rd team. And it's amazing what I learn from each of them. It's also amazing how parallel our just life experiences are. Yes, of course, we are all in parallel with each other as we go through our Master of Arts and Happiness Studies program, but I'm talking about life things. Things like trying to make a change in your life in some way, or trying to feel better about yourself in some way, or if you've gone through something like you're trying to get physical activity going and what works for you and what doesn't, or maybe you're trying to declutter, or maybe you're trying to learn something new and having a hard time getting started. I mean, there's just so many life things that are so universal to us as humans. And we were each today reflecting on just, some of the things that were helpful, interesting, that really stuck with us or resonated with us from this semester. And something one of my classmates said I'd like to repeat here. He said, everything's a reflection. Everything around you is a reflection on what's going on inside. That can be your personal space, it can be your home, it can be interactions with people, it can be relationships, it can be, things that come back to you. I have a couple of examples of this that I just want to share because that struck me so deeply that I thought, I really want to share this. It's made a difference for me. And if you find yourself stuck somewhere, sometimes we must make space for the new, which means we need to clear space for it to come. We have to let go of some old things, and the process of letting go of old things can be hard. But in order to make space, we must learn to let go and go through the cycle of change. Here is a couple of examples, and they're not deeply spiritual or anything like that. My hope is that they're practical. The first example is my office space, which if you've followed the videos with Finding My Way with Pi, you've seen this transformation since the beginning. There came a point in time where I realized that every time I walked into my office space where I had spent 4 years in a state of extreme burnout, it was dark, I was hunched over, I was crammed in a corner, I physically felt defeated, depressed, anxious, frustrated, exhausted every time I walked into my office space. And because I have an amazing partner and hubby, he was enthusiastic about it when I said, I've got to change this space. We redid my office. We redid it and we did the walls light, We put objects in it that are inspiring to me and that help me with my craft of whole being, that inspired calm and wholeness and reminders that good things take time and everything is a cycle, and just lots of different pieces and parts I put intentionally into my office space. Every time I walk in my office now, it reflects back to me what let me start actually. When I first did it, I would walk in and be like, wow, this is so different, and this is where I want to be, and one day I want to feel worthy of this peaceful space by feeling at peace myself. And over time, I acclimated to this space. I continue to do things for myself. I do 30-day challenges for myself. I write my gratitude journal. I process my emotions. Hello, pie. I'm learning about what whole being is through my Master of Arts of Happiness studies. Lots of them. I'm working with my career coach. I'm re-examining my story. I'm rebuilding myself right now. So lots of steps happened in between actually redoing my space into what I wanted it to be and who I want to become and how I want to feel, and me actually arriving at feeling that. It is a process, but now I feel like when I walk in here that my insides match my outsides, and I'm realizing I raised my energy level. I raised my game and who I am, and I rebuilt myself, and now I feel like I fit. Now I feel like my office is a reflection of my inner space, and that was very important for me. Another example of this is, again, physical space around me. This is the second example. I'll actually give three. So the second example is another example of physical space. In the upstairs of our home, there's a hallway that has a couple of bedroom doors opening off of it. That's where our kids' bedrooms are. And there's a desk, a built-in desk, pretty much the length of the hallway. It's got two little cubbies where seats can sit, and it's a large desk. It's great for like homework. It's great for sitting and building Legos. It's great for kid activities, and it's right there by the kids' doors. Do you think we use it for kid activities? No. Do you know what that desk became over the last almost 10 years that we've been in this house? That desk became the dumping grounds, the clutter, the junk desk. It was so bad, and I'd walk by it every single day. Ugh, I'd cringe. I don't like that. Like it feels like a big, huge clutter mess of years that I'm too exhausted. I don't want to look through it. I don't want to dig in my stuff. I don't want to dig in their stuff. I don't want to rehash through all of these things that have just piled and piled and piled there over the years. Maybe it's a little embarrassing admitting this, but that's how long it just collected dust and more and more and more stuff until it was piled so high. It really was embarrassing. Like, kids' friends would come over and be like, don't, ignore the desk. All of this to say, I have been decluttering my insides. I think maybe that's a great way to say it. I've been decluttering inside, cleaning house inside, rebuilding myself. And suddenly this week, walking past that desk, I could no longer take it. It was like, this is the thing we are getting done this week. We are going to, and I'm gonna have my son help me, we're gonna clean this hallway desk. We went through that hallway desk. There were things in there from when my daughter was in 5th grade. She's now a junior in high school, which means there were things in there from when my son was in kindergarten. There was miscellaneous Lego pieces, art projects, photos, arts and crafts, pencils, more erasers than I can count, kid scissors, all kinds of things. So many boxes of dance shoes or cheer shoes or LED lights. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, just everything, literally everything. we went through everything. We cleared it, we sorted, we recycled what we could, we put donation pile for other things. Some stuff was garbage, so it went in the trash. Then we organized and then we cleaned all of the dust off of that desk. And it is so nice. And every time I walk down the hallway, I feel like I can take a full breath right here in this space, and I feel good about this. Now, will it stay that way forever? Likely not. We have kids and it's a dumping ground, but it's clear right now. And I think the point is that everything's a reflection and also everything's a cycle. And that was reflecting old stuff back to us, and it's time for new. It's time. My son's moving into middle school. I am rebuilding myself and preparing for new work, doing work that I love. We all have gone through transitions. My daughter's no longer doing cheers. She will start working, things like this, right? So we'll get rid of the clutter and make space. Last thing about everything's a reflection. This is also true, I am finding, in relationships. One of my things, I guess one of my strengths, one of my top strengths actually is to being a developer. That means seeing people as they are and who they are and creating an environment where they thrive and they grow and they reach for what they really love. I create that space. I see people. And I've done this naturally for a long time. Now I'd love to do this more formally. I did it as a corporate executive leader, but I think there's only so far you can go in a corporate machine. But I had someone who was a friend of mine. We were acquainted with this person through dance. She's got a degree in dance and has taught for a long time, and I always encouraged her. You know, I saw her passion and I saw her strengths and her light, and I've always encouraged her. Long story short, she decided she's going for her dreams, and I'm so proud of her. And she said to me today, you know, like, a lot of this is possible because of you. And I'm thinking, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I'm seeing the light in you, and it's so cool that you're ready to go let that shine. I guess what I'm trying to say is what you put out there into your relationship does get reflected back, and it at least hopefully should be reciprocal in some way. And the energy is a positive feedback loop. I'm just, I couldn't be more proud and so excited and for this person, and just think it's so neat how everything is a reflection, from relationships to environment, all of that. And I think, you know, it takes some time to get still with and think about what you're feeling inside and what is on your outsides. And so oftentimes we're mindlessly moving about our day, me included. And something we've walked past thousands of times, we just no longer see it until one day we do. Maybe it's even forced upon us to change it, but it's worth it to let go of the old and not hold on to it, to let the new in. So that is what I'm thinking about today. Everything is a reflection. Thanks for being with me on this journey. I'm so glad that you're here. I feel like we're into some really good transformative times right now. At least that's what I feel like for me. And this journey from burnout to passion is a thing. And I know I'm not alone. So putting it out there with just an open invitation. If anything I say resonates with you and you want to share it with others and you want to share this journey all together, day by day, please do. It's a collective healing invitation, and we are all in this together. I hope it helps you too. Interestingly, it's helping me as I find my way to talk about it and process it and reflect on it and curiously observe it. And it's helping me be able to do that in moments outside of the videos too, where before I might have been just reacted mindlessly, and now I can pause and observe a situation and mindfully choose what's meaningful for me. And that is so powerful. That really feels like unlocking the keys to my own life. That's so cool. So I hope my musings and just examinations here and reflections are helpful. Thanks for being with me. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.